We're going to be looking at BIM 360 field management today. So field management is really around contractors and construction, and it's typically used for quality and health and safety management on construction projects and really construction management activities. So it's an application added on to the document management module as usual. That is where all of your data sits. So this just puts initially the data in the hands of guys out on site on a construction project to be able to access the drawings, specifications, any other project documentation. But then on top of that, with the field management module, that allows you to do your quality, your health and safety, your snagging, your RFIs, your submittals, and construction management activities. So I'm going to flick over to the iPad now. This is on the BIM 360 Unified application. You can see I've got access to my drawings. If I can tap on one of those PDFs, I can view that simply on the mobile device. You can see that I've got my markers for any previous issues that have been picked up. I've got my markups that have been added as well. If I come out of that, I can go to issues at the bottom. This gives me my issue list, exactly the same as the way document management handles issues. BIM 360 handles issues. Field management handles issues in exactly the same way, in that we drop a pin on a location, on a drawing, and then we can add information around that issue towards it. So we've got photos here, we've got the type of issue, is it a quality issue, is it a health and safety issue, what location, what was the root cause of that issue. And this essentially becomes your live snagging list, let's say. Forms and checklists can be added onto the system as well, so we can, rather than using Microsoft Word and Excel and other point solutions for checklists, we can merge them into BIM 360 and we can link them back to issues, back to the drawing that they were attached to, and do some additional functionality on top of a checklist. For example, if I'm working through a checklist and I hit no to a particular question, we can configure the checklist to say, or to know that the answer no to that particular question is non-conforming, so please raise an issue and add that to the system as I'm working through the checklist. So it just makes life easier for the guys out on site to access all of this information on mobile devices. We can download information as well before we go out on site if we know we haven't got internet connection, so we can work offline and we can then add any markups or issues or any other information on top of that whilst we're offline, and then come back to the office and sync that back up as soon as we're connected back up to the internet. Site diaries, or daily logs as it's called, is what it says on the tin. It's a way to record any notes for the day, any labour and manpower, and just a way to capture information rather than putting that on paper or inside of emails. We can view RFIs and submittals and things like that on the iPad as well. But we can come back into the web-based portal as well. If we go back to the top left-hand side and we say field management, we can view all of the outstanding issues or snags or checklists or any information that we've picked up on the iPad inside of the web browser. And we can also export reports and create daily reports for outstanding issues or snags or anything like that, which look a little something like this. But the reports are dynamic and they can be linked back to the system. So rather than us working in the PDF files, we can click on a particular description of an issue and that will take us back into the system so we can continue working live in that system. Better still, we can get an overall view as to how our project is performing using something called Insight. And this is just a live dashboard which amalgamates all of our project data in one viewable area, such as how many outstanding issues there are, who's got the most issues outstanding, who has got the most issues outstanding in relation to company, what is the most common root cause. So we can combine a lot of different analytics, for example, such as how many subcontractors have got the most outstanding issues in relation to the most common root cause. So for example, we could see if, for example, an electrician has been driving into plasterboard walls left, right and centre, and that's a regularly occurring event. We can start to identify trends as to what is happening on our site. So it just keeps everything in one place, and it just gets you away from using point solutions. We really can use everything that BIM 360 has to offer in terms of being able to accommodate every phase of a construction project.